Morning, this is Anka Metcalf with TradeOutloud.com. Welcome to my pre-market game plan for the major future indices, gold and oil. For today, Thursday, it is March 16th and it is 8:55 a.m. Eastern Time. Let's start by talking about YM. And before I even start analyzing YM, I just want to mention the fact that last night we did have a webinar on how to trade the New York session open. And we talked about the overnight trading as well. And we talked about the possibility of continuing higher. And I gave out the precise targets for today. Obviously, we are only less than 20 points away from the ultimate target for today. So for those of you that are overnight traders, there are opportunities overnight as well. But keep in mind that my personal preference is to just trade the New York session open from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Eastern Time, when we do have most of the time the majority of volatility on our side. So last night, following the FOMC announcement that the Fed will be raising the rates, we had a flurry to the upside, testing resistance in the Dow, mini Dow at 20,930. We had a pullback into 20,880, and then we had a continuation higher, and we topped off at resistance 20,980, and we're getting a pullback. As long as this level holds here at 20,950, and this is the area, this is the support area, as long as this support area holds here, any bounce over 60 or 65 will be seen as a possible buy and continuation in the market, with further targets into 20,980, which is this prior high, continuing higher into the 2100 area. And last but not least, there is a clear tradable void with a measure move that can continue into 21,100. And it's actually 21,126. Let's move on and let's analyze the S&P 500 and see what are the key support resistance areas for today. Following the FOMC meeting, and we did have the flurry up. As well, we came down testing and obviously finding support into a minor support area at 2377, from which we bounced, and the bounce happened at after 7 o'clock Eastern Time. 8 o'clock was the breakout above these prior clusters high at 82, and we continued higher all the way into 2388. We did mention the fact last night that we have a tradable void all the way into 2400, which is the all-time high. But before that, the first target was set into the 85, 87, 90 area. And then we do have another target at 2400, 2405, and further projection into 2422. Obviously, no shorting, right? No shorting, not even for scalps. We're in a very, very strong trend. NASDAQ, however, was the strongest one, and we talked about it in last night's webinar. It was acting as the strongest indice, and the pullback was rather shallow. It has created support at 5412, bounced and created a new all-time high, 5440, and it's the one that has the most upside and can actually have the most upside momentum continuing higher. However, it is the one that has started to pull back a little steeper than the rest of the minis. So forming support right here at 8 o'clock right now, with this bottoming tail at 5425. We can see a continuation higher into the 5440. However, it's going to be a little tough to read price action as of right now. So we will need a little bit more information as to where the price will stabilize. But if we get a break over 5433, we will look for a possible buy at this area and a continuation higher for the targets, like I've mentioned before, 5440, 5450, 5475, and all the way into 5500. It's the strongest mini that we have out there. In terms of relative strength and relative weakness, we do have the Dow that is leading right now with 58 points to the upside. It's up 0.28%. followed by NASDAQ, which is up 0.20%. It's up 10 points and 3/4. And we are in S&P 500. We're up only 3.75 points and up only 0.16% for the day. Let's take a look at gold. And also last night we did talk about gold and the possibility of continuing higher into this 2030 area and into further continuation into 1260. We did have a spike higher yesterday. If you had not gotten in at the 1200 level, which was more of a swing trade than it was a day trade, and the risk was a little bit increased, you had no way of stepping into this trade. We did have a pullback that occurred overnight and occurred at the London session all the way into 1222, 1223 area. We do have resistance at 1228. Price action at 8 o'clock took this prior high and established a new high in the 34 area, 1234 area. Now, obviously, you need a pullback in gold in order to leg in this trade. So far, minor time frames since the New York session open that happened at 9:20. We are hovering sideways right now. We have open support at 1230 area, 1229 to 1230 area. It's exactly where it is trading right now, and a bounce over 34 that would take the high of the day for today for the New York session, can take price higher, and like I've mentioned, the price can move into the 1240, 1250, 1260 area. 1260 is resistance based on the daily chart. Let's talk about oil. We do have a trade going on in oil, and we have reached our one of our first target areas. One of our target areas was at 49.50. However, I did send out tweets. Please check your tweets, guys. As to the trailing method, we're getting a pullback as of right now. Alternate buy opportunity will be seen at 48.80 all the way into 48.50. So we will look again at this portion of price for another leg into CL. Also, by popular request, Russell. Take a look at Russell really quick. And Russell has advanced very, very much. We've been talking yesterday about the 1390 area. And I did mention the fact that this is going to be the make it or break it area for Russell, since that is a lot of support, that is a lot of resistance, onto the daily chart, and that is going to be an obstacle in price ascent. And as you can see here, it is topping out really, really well at this 1390, but at the same time it is not pulling back. So the pullback was immediately bought in the Russell. So if we break above 1390, this is going to be the area. If we break above 1390, we have clear way all the way to 1400 and 1450, 1460 area. So it looks like one of the strongest minis that we have out there. It's leading by 0.39%, which actually makes it one of the strongest, and it's up 5.3 points. Is up 5.3 points. All right, this is all for today. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening. Stay tuned for more trade ideas and throughout the day today. For those of you that are my subscribers. And other than that, I wish you all have a very profitable trading day. And don't forget that we have an upcoming class that starts on Monday. It is a 10-day class, 5-day educational event, Monday through Friday, from 5 p.m. Eastern time to 8 o'clock Eastern time. And also, we do have a trading lab every morning following the class. For 5 days, you get to trade with me. And the trading lab starts at 9 a.m. until 11 a.m. Eastern time. You get into my thought process, you get into my analysis, you get into my trading, so you know how to act when you are going to be trading your account on your own. Other than that, we're throwing in another 30 days. You can carbon copy all my trades, and you can follow. It's a hand-holding system for 30 days. If you would like to learn more about this class, please visit tradeoutloud.com/futures. Or if you would like to sign up, remember, deadline to sign up is going to be on Sunday at noon. So there are only 4 days left to sign up, and seats are flying. And remember, email me at info@tradeoutloud.com. There's some papers that you need to take care of before the class. And I wish you all have a very profitable trading day. Thanks for tuning in.